Good morning, guys. It is, God, what day is it? It's Tuesday the 18th, and I'm here in Whistler. I'm at the Four Seasons. I think that Lululemon has basically taken over the entire Four Seasons because I was up really early this morning doing work because I had a couple of stories to write, and I heard outside my window just like the sound of aerobics, and it's a very specific sound. It's like Rihanna, like a dance track, and a woman on a headset counting and telling people to do things that don't make any sense if you're not in the room. Anyway, so I skipped the morning workout because I had so much work to do, but also like I'm really out of shape right now and I just feel like I need to ease back into fitness slowly. I've just been really sedentary all year, mostly because I haven't really figured out exactly what's going on with my career this year. It's been such a year of change that when this happens to me, I sort of become like, I don't want to use, I don't say it, but like the word isn't, I mean, it's paralyzed, but it's not really paralyzed. It's the idea of like, I can only focus on this thing because it's like the most important thing in my life, which is like my career at this point. So yeah, so I'm really out of shape. I don't know what's gonna happen today. I'm like actually a little bit nervous. I think it's mostly just like yoga and meditation, but the guy who's leading us in the yoga practice is actually a really famous like worldwide yoga guru type. His name is Ryan Lair, and I'm really looking forward to hearing what he has to say, but I'm also like really intimidated because I met some of the people who are on this trip yesterday on like our tour of Lululemon, and they're like actual fitness editors, and I am like a fashion editor, writer person, and I'm not really into fitness. I do love the clothes. I do like the idea of like dressing sporty. I've always really liked it. So let's see. I don't really know what's gonna happen. I don't think I'm gonna grab breakfast. We have about 45 minutes until we're meeting the group to go over to the place where we're going to be all day, but I don't know if I want to eat breakfast and then do yoga. I'm not really sure. I mean, well, we'll see. You guys, we're here at the Lululemon Immersion on the first day, and we're in the Squamish, this is where we are, the Squamish Little Rock Culture Center. This is a First Nations community center, and it's actually beautiful. It's sort of like a museum also. You can see it's beautiful doors. And when you walk in, these are so dramatic. It's incredible. We're here all day today. We're sort of doing yoga, like a bunch of group activities and discussions. So yeah, check it out. We're at an immersion.
Yeah. Director of PR.
Yeah, pretty big.
We're at the immersion.
It would be so good.
It's all glass, which is so nice. Do yoga in there. Look. Doing yoga. Look, it's Ben. Look outside. This is what I'm looking at when I turn my head to the side. It's raining, so it's sort of like a trip house. There's people standing there. But this is a beautiful room. This is where we're having lunch. It's so beautiful. You can see outside. Everything, it's just trees everywhere. What's for lunch? Let's see. I think it's salad, vegetables, like wholesome protein things, and dessert. There's pie and cupcakes. Very excited. Centerpiece. We have vegetables and tuna. It's actually really beautiful. Hey guys, it's about 5 to 6 right now. It is Tuesday evening. I'm sorry the light is kind of weird. It's like a very, very white light out here, and I think it's because we're only about like 2,000 feet above sea level, but we are in the mountains, and so actually I really like the light. It's really pretty, but it is very, very cold and like white, so I don't know if you can tell in the image. My hair is wet because I just took another shower. I thought I would give you guys a little bit of a debrief of what we did today. We are meeting to go to drinks and then dinner in about 25 minutes. So today was like the first day of the immersion. So I'm up here with Lululemon, obviously, because yesterday I went on the tour and like, you know, you've seen like the first part of this video. So I'm here with Lululemon and they run these sort of brand programs. They run a whole bunch of different ones, and this is something they do that's called an immersion, where they invite friends of the brand and they have a lot of their like pro athletes, or they're like, I think they call them elite brand ambassadors. So they're like elite athletes who, you know, work with Lululemon very closely to help develop product and help do research. So they have all these elite athletes they work with. So a bunch of them are here. A lot of the senior executive team from the brand are here also. There's some media, there's some brand people. So it's actually a really, really cool event. It's only 2 days, but it's pretty intense. So this morning we started out, there was a 7 a.m. class. Yeah, I think it's a 7 a.m. class that I decided to skip because I had some work to do. And then I didn't actually eat breakfast because I knew we were doing yoga later. So we did yoga around 9 o'clock for an hour and a half with this great yoga teacher called Ryan Lair. This class is really different than other yoga classes I've been to. From what I understand from his bio, I'm pretty sure it's a vinyasa flow, but he also like plays music during the class, and the music, it's like across the board. There's like pop, there's rap, there's R&B, there's like, you know, retro pop, there's like, you know, a really iconic anthem type songs. It's a really interesting practice, and it was actually a lot of fun. I don't do yoga that much, and so I actually really like yoga. I find it to be very like calming and peaceful and centering, and this is a totally different kind of yoga. This was like a fun yoga. After we had our yoga class with Ryan, we had lunch, which was amazing. I think I had shot some lunch stuff, so you've seen that already. And then after that, we had a workshop, which was actually really cool. I feel like the thing that I kept on thinking while we were doing the workshop, where we had to break out into like smaller groups and like talk about like meaningful questions, like literally one of the questions was, who are you and what is your work? And then another question was, what is something that you are grateful for? And then another question was, why did you say yes to coming to this immersion program? It was really interesting. And I think in a way, when you talk to strangers, there's a sense of fearlessness because you don't have to see them in your everyday life. Like, we know that we're just all here for like 2 days, and then afterwards we just go our separate ways. And you know, I have some friends who are actually on this trip also, and of course I'll see them, you know, later on, and I wouldn't have a problem sharing with them like any of this stuff. And we like, you know, but like as friends, you don't always talk about these like deep things, like who am I and what is my work all about. But with strangers, it's actually really interesting to broach that topic because you can talk about it in this sort of objective third person way without being too emotionally involved or having like too much emotional investment in the relationship of with the person that you're talking to. Anyway, it was really, really interesting. So we had that workshop. One of the funniest moments in the workshop was actually in the end, everyone sort of sat around and like shared like with the group what, you know, some interesting takeaways they had from the experience. And I would never share on like a public video something that was personal that someone shared, but this was like a political thing. So one person, she was Canadian, and she actually shared that she was grateful that in the context of all the political turmoil that's happening in the world, that she said, I think her exact words, that she was grateful that we are safe here in Canada. And it was like a beat before half the room started cracking up, because half the room are from the United States, and we are dealing with great political turmoil right now. So we all found that to be extremely funny. Then we had a break after our workshop and had like a coffee, and then after that was something that I've been looking forward to for a long time. So I don't know if you guys know who Gabby Bernstein is. She is a motivational speaker. She's also a yogi. She teaches Kundalini yoga, and she is sort of like she's like a spiritual counselor, and not like in terms of like being a medium or anything like that, but she helps guide people and helps them sort of develop a spiritual practice and like, you know, develop their spiritual side. And it's hard to explain what she does, but you should definitely check out her website. If you just Google her, it's Gabby Bernstein. she has written all these like New York Times bestselling books. Her new book just came out. I showed you in like the vlog yesterday. If you watched the vlog yesterday, they gave us a copy. I've actually skimmed through it because I have a copy at home. It's actually really, really good. But I've always been really intrigued by Gabby's workshops because she holds workshops all over the world. And I think she has a really big following. Like, one of my friends is a huge fan, or almost like a disciple of Gabby's. Like, my friend is developing her own spiritual practice and also is interested in becoming a life coach. So she's been going to a lot of Gabby's seminars and a lot of her programming, and she has always told me like the most amazing things about Gabby's work and like, you know, her speaking. And so I was really intrigued to see Gabby do her thing in this context, especially because I feel like I definitely know Gabby from like her past life, and she used to be a publicist. Back in the day when she was a publicist, I was working in the New York Post, and I was sort of writing about like restaurants and nightlife once in a while. So I know her like and her like work from then, and it's so interesting to see her in this context now, as it's like almost like the complete opposite. Her talk was amazing, and she is so powerful, and she's one of those people. And you would never, she's so like, she connects with you really well. Like if you meet her one-on-one, she instantly connects with you, and she's a great listener. She's a great like talker. She's just so warm and like so friendly, and she's got such a great energy. She's just like, she's almost just like a girl who's like just like you or me, you know? Like it's just, I feel like, and you feel really good when you're in her presence. But when she gets up on that stage, it's almost like she is the only person in the room. And when you're listening to her talk, it's really, really powerful. And I can't describe it any other way. And it doesn't come through in videos, because we did a series of videos with her when I was at Glamour, and they were good and they were helpful, and she's really good on camera, but in person, there's something very, very powerful about her. This is our room for dinner. Look how beautiful it is. I'm sitting at the end here on this table. It's like almost 10 p.m. in Whistler, and that means it's like, look at my skin. Look at that eye bag. It's like 3D. Wow, this is wild. It is almost 10 p.m. in Whistler, which means it's just coming up on 1 a.m. in New York. I got up this morning at 4 o'clock to write a story, and so I'm exhausted, and so I just left dinner after the main course. Like we got dessert, and I was like, I don't really want to eat chocolate this late because I wouldn't be able to sleep anyway. So I'm home at the Four Seasons, and I am just so happy to be back in my room. I'm so happy to lie down. I cannot wait. I came home and there was like a little present from Lululemon, as if they haven't like given us enough. So I got like a couple more t-shirts, which I'm really excited about because we're going hiking tomorrow. Oh, this is a tank. This is a purple tank. This is a black tank. And this is a gray tank. Oh, I got 3 tank tops. That's really nice of them. I came back and found this on my bed, which is so nice of them. And I will add that to my collection of amazing Lululemon gear to wear on this trip. Tomorrow we go hiking. We have another Kundalini practice in the morning. To be honest, you guys, like at dinner, my arms were so sore. It was like, I feel like the pain just from doing the calisthenics part of Kundalini, where like you hold your arms up for a long period of time and like, you know, hold positions for a really long period of time and like are really focusing and concentrating, even though you're trying to like relax your muscles. I'm so sore. I ended up taking like 2 Advil during dinner. Hopefully I'll be able to sleep through it, and hopefully I'll wake up tomorrow morning and be okay, but I doubt it. We'll see. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Tune in tomorrow for my last day at Whistler at this immersion. I have some thoughts. I've taken like a lot of notes over the past 24 hours, and it's been really like a really eye-opening experience. And I've really learned a lot about the brand, but also the culture and like the culture of the customer and like the kind of person who is really obsessed with Lululemon. And I'm obsessed with Lululemon as like a consumer. and I go to the store all the time and I buy things all the time on my own. So it's been a really eye-opening experience. Anyway, I have some thoughts. We'll reveal all in a few days. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye.